We are now entered into the realm of the place where Father resides. It's a place of knowing how to exist in the realm of the Spirit. Once you awaken to know that there's more going on than what you've learned, is then that the Father speaks to you. He doesn't speak to the flesh in the knowledge of a mind of the flesh, no. It's to the soul. It's a quiet voice. It's not a loud noise or a multitude of words. It's a direct instruction for life. Not pleasure, not a temporary gain, but for the purpose of his identity on this earth, as you were created. Our Father said in his word, he made us in his image and likeness. And now you must know something about our Father that you didn't know. He's not what you've been taught. I had a talk with our Father, and he said to me, you want to know who I am? Words that I have to respond with silence. How do I answer that? It is written, Father, in the word that we should call you our Father and not turn away from you. Is that who you think I am? Only things have names. There's no response to that. Only things have names, and I am not a thing. A flesh is a thing. It has a name. When I created my identity within flesh, there was no name. The name of the flesh was Adam. Man became a living soul in my presence. What do you think I meant when the young man inquired of me, who shall I say sent me? And I told him, you tell them that I am that I am. Moses didn't say that. He represented that. In the beginning was the Word was with God, the Word is God. There is no name. There's only presence. The only way you will know the presence of the Father is that you walk in his instructions. And all your ways acknowledge him, he shall direct your path. He will talk to you every time. And it's not for the benefit of the flesh. It's for the representation of the truth. What others need to see very clearly. Because that's all it's going about now is lies. That's all it's going about. But now you must know the truth. Truth is, oh soul, you need to awake to righteousness. But what is right is not what you've been told. It has something to do with the deeds of your flesh. Are you for sure? Yeah. I told the man so. I keep having these problems in my flesh, says the man. It's like a thorn. Things I want to do, I don't do. Things I don't want to do, I find myself doing. I understand. Are you trying to present to me a glorified flesh? Is that what you're saying? Yes, sir, I want to do what's right before you. You can't in the flesh. It's a trick. I curse the flesh back to the ground from whence it came. And the flesh knows it has but a short time on this earth to convince the soul of the lie and take it to the ground with it. and you will die in that sin. Whatsoever is not of my word is sin to me, to your understanding of sin. It is your choice. So don't fancy me with a name. Jesus said, don't know me after my name. It's not about a name, man. That's flesh. Know me after the Spirit, what I do, who I am. Because if you've seen me, you've seen the Father. Can you say that? Do you look like the truth? Do you sound like the truth? Or do you sound like the lie? Talking about nothing. Arguing about nothing. Promoting nothing. Our Father closes with this thought. I created the lie. I created evil. I created the mind of every imaginable wickedness you can think of. I created that mind. It didn't come out the air. So don't think that it has some type of power over my word. I told you everything I created is beneath you. I told you that. In the air and underground. But you got to put me in remembrance. Not with your words, but what you do. The brother says, you can talk your faith, I'm going to show you mine. I need to see what you do about this. Are you going to cower in the midst of challenges? Or are you going to press on through it? I watched my daughter recently. She's in high school now, and she's in the collegiate program where she takes high school classes and college classes, and when she graduates next year, she'll have a 2-year college degree. And at one point, she came to me with tears in her eyes, and it's too hard, Dad. I can't do this. You don't understand. Because my expectation of her is to get all A's. If you're going to do this, you got to do it 100%. And it was impossible to study this, study that, study this, remember this, remember that. It's too much. When I told her the rules of engagement, 8 o'clock, I don't care what's going on, it's time you come downstairs and do family time. That's how it's been for the last 3 years. She has to stop. And when she gets through watching TV and watching the movie and eating dinner, she has to wash the dishes. And she has to feed the dogs. She has responsibilities here. Keep your room clean. Clean your bathroom out. Along with get all A's in the collegiate program and also in high school. Impossible. It's impossible as I watch my wife in her new position. Honey, you're going to go for this position right here. And the things that she had to learn, at one point she said, honey, this is too much. I can't remember all this stuff. And now she's using language at ease in the terms of her position. How did that happen? You think it would happen by her intellectual ability? You think my daughter get all A's for the 9th and 10th grade, going to the 11th, in the collegiate program and also high school with just her mere determination? No. I told you that if you would walk this out as though it's true, there's nothing impossible. But you got to step into it. There's life in the spiritual realm. You have to step into it. And in order to step into it, you got to leave some things behind. Everything connected to your flesh, you have to leave behind. It's not an easy task. There's a lot of emotions tied there. Jesus experienced that. He had cousins. He had friends. He had mother. He had brothers. And he detached from that. Why? Not because he was callous and mean. He detached because he had to make a decision of his identity. Who are you going to be? Says my Father. Are you going to be my word or the word of the flesh? Very challenging decision. How can I watch the loved ones and the Father has to be protected? And I have to walk on it. And don't get caught up in the cares that will weigh me down. So the poor you have what you always in it, because people will make poor decisions. And they know it. We learn from them, or we don't. This word has no title. Just have understanding. I don't need you to call me my father. That's written of man. The word father is a man-made word. I don't need words. I am the word created for your choice. I need you to know me by being me. This is why Jesus said, if you see me, you've seen the Father. Because he used the word father for the understanding of the flesh. Well, my dad birthed me. He's the father. That type of nonsense. But the Father is creator of all things. So we use that term. But he doesn't need that word. He needs your submission to his word, to be his word. It's not an easy task. Because it's always against the flesh. It's always for the truth, not the lie. It's always for the honesty, not the pleasure, not the feel-good moment. But will you have godly integrity or not? But what is godly integrity? It's the mind of the Father about it. There's no benefit in that. None. You must demonstrate the presence of good luck. Because there's no other presence that we recognize in the presence of our Heavenly Father but his presence. Lord, Lord, know me. I know you not. I don't know. For all things I did. Doesn't matter. You're done for the flesh. Not for me. I told you I made you in my image and likeness. When were you going to work out your salvation as the soul? But you stayed in the flesh. Good luck with that. Because it will come to an end. Have you heard my voice? Go in the truth or die in the lie.